right, here we are back again. This is my last 2 weeks or so of training. I usually like to break my training weeks up into something like 10 to 14 days straight that I usually do until I feel like I really need a rest day. I did some rack pulls. This is a dummy drag or a big sandbag drag that I kind of ghetto rigged up, like 400 something pounds, just for fun. I did this frying pan challenge that I just really wanted to do after seeing Brian Shaw do it and Eddie Hall and all those guys. I just wanted to give it a shot. But it actually worked out pretty good. It was a good, fun little challenge. But typically I usually do, 1 or 2 movements per day on these types of workouts where I do like 10 to 14 days. Lately I've been focusing on this pressing a lot, especially the axle bar pressing. This is a 205. I don't really care much about the strict press. I do a couple of strict presses, but this push press, I'm really trying to get comfortable with weight overhead. This is 205 for 5 reps, I believe. This was actually a PR for me. I have a couple of PRs on overhead stuff. Really trying to get my overhead up. I am thinking about doing nationals for strongman, and a lot of the stuff is a lot out of my reach, but I have about 8 months to train up for it. So those axle bar clean and press is something that I really need to start working on, as well as 18-inch deadlifts, which is why I was doing those rack pulls. Now this here, I saw a clip of Rocky IV, and Rocky was doing these dragon flags. I know Bruce Lee invented these dragon flags, I think, at least. Don't quote me on that, but I just think they look really fucking cool, and I was trying to give them a shot and just see how I could do. As you can see, my ass was just coming up before my legs were. Definitely don't have the core strength for it yet, but I think I'm going to work on these a little bit more. Not for ab work, but just because to be honest, just because they look cool. That's basically it. It's a skill thing, I think. As far as this goes, bench press, I never trained bench. I just had a random day where I felt like benching. That was 275. Right here, we got a 545 Jefferson that I wanted to hit. I just worked up to a 1 rep max that day. Really proud of this 215 strict press on the Swiss bar. Very proud of that. I was just feeling really good that day on pressing, I think. This is how I rigged up a front-loaded RDL because I'm trying to focus a lot on RDLs and lower back and hamstring work. Obviously, one of my biggest goals in lifting ever, just all time, is just getting better at deadlifting and stronger at deadlifting. I do think that RDLs are probably the best thing for that. And these front-loaded RDLs, I had never tried them before, but my wife loves them. She has them programmed in her powerlifting program. I decided to give them a shot, and I never really felt my lats like I did here. I love that movement. I'm going to keep doing that. This right here, the weighted or barbell back extensions, I saw Pete Rubish doing them. I saw Bald Omni-Man doing them. I wanted to give them a shot this week, and I got to tell you, man, they feel freaking great. I love that exercise as well. Zerchers, this is tried and true movement right here. When I was training up for a powerlifting meet, I guess earlier in the year for deadlifts, all I did to train up for my deadlifts were Zercher deadlifts from the floor, and it really, I think, really helped me. I actually hit a PR in that meet for deadlifting. I won't say that's because of the Zerchers, but Zerchers will always have a special place in my heart just because they're fun. It's fun to get intense, and especially the rack pull in that style. It's just, you can just really overload and get pretty intense with it. Right here is that 500 pounds, perfect example of that. I'm fucking drooling and spitting all over the place like a sick motherfucker, but 500 pounds, that was a big PR for me too. This was 215 pounds overhead. Push press, this was for 3, also on an axle bar. This felt fucking awesome. I'm really proud of this as well. I really think my pressing is just really taking off. I've never hit this or anywhere close to this on a press before overhead, so I'm really happy about that. Obviously, I did 1 day of super squats that I had posted about earlier this week that I'm starting out doing super squats. This was 20 reps at 255. Wasn't going to post the whole thing for you guys. I was trying to do some power shrugs. This was mostly just for the meme. It went horribly. I still don't understand power shrugs. I got a disgusting BFR, ghetto-rigged BFR band arm pump. I'm trying to keep my biceps healthy. If I'm going to be doing deadlifts a lot, I'm going to be doing a ton of curls just to make sure that there's a lot of blood flowing in my biceps. I don't want to tear anything. I'm just trying to get, and obviously bigger arms too. One of my goals for this coming year is to add at least an inch onto my arms cold. So we'll see about that. This is a nice 220, I think 220 pounds each arm farmer's carry. Never really gave those a shot before, at least not with those implements. So I was really happy with that. This was 475 pounds on a deficit deadlift. This was a PR as far as speed goes. This was my real PR on the deficit deadlifts, 500 pounds. I had hit 475 before, and it was a fucking grind. But to hit 500 pounds on a deficit, I felt really strong at that point. And this was a 535 regular conventional deadlift, which is about a 10-pound PR for me. And I think there's a lot more to come in the next coming weeks, man. So, yeah, that was my last couple of weeks of training.